Hi, everybody, and welcome back to CFA number 4 review on quadratics. This is part 2, so we're going to get started on question number 6. See if you want to see 1 through 5, please see the first video. So, question 6 says, what is the sum of the solutions to the equation 2x plus 15x plus 2 equals 5x minus 6? So, a lot of y'all are going to see this, and you're going to want to just straight put this in Desmos. Well, let me show you. If we were to put it straight into Desmos, let me get rid of all these. 2x squared plus 15x plus 2 equals 5x minus 6. Desmos won't do it for us, especially when we use the North Carolina version, which it will be the only Desmos you have when you take your CFA and when you take your final exam, because we have variables on both sides of our equation. So what we have to do is we have to solve this equation for zero for set it equal to 0. So I'm going to rewrite it. 2x squared plus 15x plus 2 equals 5x minus 6. I got to get these stuff over there. Well, to get the 5x over, it's a positive 5x. To get the opposite, I got to subtract 5x. To get the negative 6 over, to do the opposite of it, I gotta add 6. So we get 2x squared, 15x minus 5x is 10x, and then 2 plus 6 is 8. And this equals 0. That is going to be what we put into Desmos. Let's now plug this. This is acting funky. Just use a different one, I guess. We're going to plug that equation into our Desmos. So 2x squared plus 10x plus 8. And we want to find the sum of the solutions. So I have negative 1 and negative 4. Negative 1 plus negative 4. That equals negative 5. So our answer here will be negative 5. Let's keep going. This next question says, what is the vertex of the function f of x equals x squared minus 8 plus 20? This is a pretty simple one, just pretty straightforward. Plug it in Desmos. X squared minus 8x plus 20. Let's zoom around. We see our vertex, which is, either the bottom or the top. We get is 4. Hold on. 4, comma, 4. So let's look for our answer choice. Answer is going to be A. Let's put that over here because we don't need it on the next one. Number 8 says a contractor is building a rectangular fenced-in backyard. The client purchased 100 foot of fencing, but told the contractor to use one side of the house for part of the fenced-in yard. Which equation models the area of the yard A if the length of the two shorter sides of the pen is x feet long? So this is just like a problem we had in our notes. I'm going to draw us a little picture here and say, here is my house. Okay, so we're not going to have a fence here. The problem tells me that he only bought 100 feet of fencing. So that'll be our perimeter is 100 feet. But it also tells me that the length of the two shorter sides is x. I'll make this x and this x. Well, if we know that this other side, we'll just call it other side, is whatever is left over, I'm going to have 100 feet, minus x, which that turns into 100 minus 2x. So then it says find the area of the backyard. Well, area of our rectangle is length times width. So take my length, which was x, and multiply it by the other side, which was the 100 minus 2x. Distribute. We get 100x minus 2x squared. Look through our answer choices. We want it to match. A doesn't match, B doesn't match, C is close, but D is the only answer choice that matches our equation. Number 9. It says the function f of x equals 2x squared plus 8, okay, is compared to h of x, which is shown to the side, okay? So h of x is right there. Which statement is true? Let's read our answer choices real quick so we know what to look for. So it says the maximum of f is twice that of h. The maximum of f is half that of h. The maximum of f is the same. The maximum of f is 4 times. So we know in both of these problems, we are looking for the maximum. Well, if we look at h, my maximum right there, my max equals 4. Well, I need to get the max on my other function. Well, I can do it 2 ways. I can plug it in Desmos, or we can kind of solve it using the math, and I just think it's going to be a little bit easier on us to use Desmos. So let's plug it in Desmos. Negative 2x squared plus 8. We see that the function f max is 8. So my g of x, or not g of x, I'm sorry, there's no g of x function. My h of x max equals 4. So let's go through our answer choices. It says the maximum of f is twice that of h. Well, to get 4 to 8, I have to multiply my h function times 2. So a looks pretty good. The maximum of f is half that of h. Well, half of if f was, I'm sorry, if h was half of f, it would be 2. We know it's not that. So it says the maximum of f is the same. Well, they're not the same. And the maximum of f is 4 times that of h. It's not 4 times. We know it's by a factor of 2. So we narrowed it down to 2 answers. It says the maximum of f is twice that of h. Well, if I take my h function was 4, twice that, multiply it by 2 of h would be f. So A would be our answer. Last question. It says the function h of t equals negative 16t squared plus 40t represents the height of the ball of the height in feet of a ball after t seconds. It is kicked into the air. What does h of 1.5 represent? Well, this 1.5, we need to understand what it is. It's an input, but that also means it's an x. So the easiest thing for us to do here is to just plug it in. Type it in the equation. Plug it in for x. And I'm just going to do that on, we can do it on the calculator. So we would have negative 16, oopsie, negative 16 times 1.5 squared plus 40 times 1.5. Okay. And we get 24. So after the input of 1.5, we get 24. So this means 1.5, that's our seconds after the ball was kicked. And so then the 24 is the distance, or in this case, the height. So let's go through our answer choices. It says after 1.5 seconds, the ball hits the ground. Didn't hit the ground. It's still in the air. After 1.5 seconds, it's 24 feet high. Ooh, that looks promising. C says after 1.5 seconds, the ball reaches its peak. Well, we don't really know that. We could plug that into Desmos and check. So let's go do that real quick. So let's put our equation in Desmos. Negative 16x squared plus 40x. Well, up here, it says that the height at its peak, it is 1.25 seconds. So remember I said earlier that 1.5 is an input or an x? If I go here and put in x equals 1.5, we see this blue line. It's not quite at the peak, it's a little bit past the peak. And if we come down here to the x-intercept, it has not crossed the x-intercept yet. So that means it can't hit the ground. That means it's past its peak. And it says nothing about the ball being 2.5 feet in the air. So it has to be answer B. So that is the end of your CFA review. If you guys need any questions or need anything, feel free to ask us, and good luck on your CFA.